This is one of the most important elections in a generation. I believe that this election could be a watershed moment in the direction of this country. We have a government that's done enormous damage over the last number of years to this country in terms of the housing crisis, the cost of living crisis, the damage done to farmers, the disparity regionally in this country, and also the issue of emigration. Aontú have done more than any other opposition party to hold this government to account. The referendums just gone by are an example of that. We took on the political establishment and we won. It's really important that people think strategically in Midlands North West. There's a real danger that Fine Gael could win 2 MEP seats in this election. I believe it would be absolutely wrong to reward Fine Gael with 2 seats given the damage that they've done. The polls are saying very clearly that I have the best chance of stopping that happening. So I'm asking you to vote strategically in the election tomorrow. Another issue I want to say is that we have a raft of really good local and European candidates right across the country. Many of these are enormously hard-working individuals who are working for their communities, but the key issue is that they have a real backbone to stand up for what they believe in and to stand up for you. Another issue I want to say is that Patrick Murphy is a fantastic candidate in Ireland's South, a person who has really worked hard for fishermen and farmers in that region over the last 8 years. Aisling Considine is a voice of reason in Dublin. She is the only person standing up for women's rights in the Dublin election. And I also want to mention Sarah Beasley, who's standing as a mayoral candidate in Limerick. Sarah is well known in that constituency for the work and the compassion she shows in her communities. I would ask you to all give number 1 to these candidates over the next while. Also, in Midlands North West, we're dealing with an extremely long ballot paper, over 2 foot long. I would ask you to take your time with that ballot paper tomorrow to make sure you go down all the way to T, near the end, and put a number 1 beside Tobin. And finally, the last point here I would say is we're going to so many doors, and it's clear that there's a wave of support coming towards Aontú. People are saying to us that they're voting Aontú first and Independent second. And I would ask you to do the same tomorrow. Gur míle maith agad.